Hey guys, today I have a police car to review. Specifically the Crown Victoria Panther platform P71. It is a 2006 and I wanted to do a video today just to tell you what I like about the car. Really is just a cool little car to drive. Got the 4.6 liter. Now, the later model years actually had the Mercury Marauder intake. Not too bad to work on, plenty of room, easy to service. We got lucky with this one, it's only got about 20,000 miles on it. Got the road rage bar in the front there. This one's an Arizona car. Yeah, sorry it's a little dirty right now, but I had to do a review video on this. Now, being the later one too, it had the 17-inch wheels. The older ones had 16s. The car has been repainted. The Arizona sun just destroyed the paint on this thing. The paint's really not that great on these things to begin with. You know, it's a fleet car. Still does the job. It's pretty common to get the paint start to bubble up and kind of chip off on the top, the deck lid, and on top of the hood, but this has been repainted. And pretty Spartan interior from what you can see. Luckily this one has the cruise control. And I do like how in the later model years they had the tack, which to me just looks a bit better. Do have the spotlight, do need to get that working though. For you guys that have these, this center console here, it's supposed to be for like a Jeep CJ series. I think we paid like 50 bucks for this. It's got a locking mechanism here, plenty of space, cup holders, and you can bolt it down, although this one's just kind of loose right now. So, I mean, it's got power seats, power windows, pretty basic radio. That can always be changed, but yeah, speaking of tires, we got these BF Goodrich's going on pretty soon. These look nice maybe on camera, but they're actually pretty dry rotted, so yeah. Plenty of room. I'm a taller guy. I'm about 6'1", and I have plenty of room in this car. Yeah. Got 4 tires back here and still a little bit of space for groceries if I need it. So, go ahead and pop the trunk. Yeah, still some things to do on here. This one had equipment just kind of crudely cut out, but I'm working on getting all this wiring out. This one does have the trunk pack, which is pretty cool. Not an option I see a whole lot of, but yeah, the spare tire here. Some of them have a full size, which we do, but I've seen a lot of them with like the donut spare. And then you've got your emergency fuel pump shut-off switch here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Huge trunk. I mean, just, it's huge. I'd lift this up, but I'm about to take it for a drive. I don't want it falling back. Yeah, I got to get the bracket for this, but a couple little things to do on the car. Bear with me here. Okay. Take it for a little spin. Starts right up. Like I said, 20,000 miles. It's pretty low. Car's AC works really good. I don't know if the previous owner changed the speakers, but they actually sound decent for just this standard head unit. But yeah, you can get a lot of options here if you ever want to change this out. You could do a double din with a little cubby hole underneath, or you know, full-size screen type thing, what they use nowadays. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys might have seen another video I have. I had a 2004 or 5, I forget which, Crown Victoria. But like that one, this one has the 355 limited slip, which definitely makes a difference. Now this is a big heavy car, but those gears definitely help. When we got the car, the transmission was bad, I think just from sitting. So we ended up getting it rebuilt. I got to give a shout out to Hard Shift Transmission here in Johnstown, Ohio. They did a heck of a good job. We had a Transgo shift kit installed as well. I'm sure a lot of you P71 guys have heard of Marty, the Marty tune. Probably going to get that done soon. A lot of people seem to like that. It's basically his custom tune on an SCT tuner. His own custom tune. I've heard nothing but good things. So yeah, let's go for a ride. Now going down this steep driveway, the car just feels solid, doesn't make a sound. Definitely a well-built car. Body on frame design, which you don't see a lot of anymore. Has the factory exhaust. We just got a drop-in aftermarket air filter in the car, that's about it. It rides nice. For a big car, it handles pretty good too. I feel safe driving this car down the road. It just feels safe. It feels well built. Sorry to be one of those guys that drives a police car, and a lot of you slow down thinking, you know, that this is a police car. Sorry to be that guy, but I love the Crown Vic P71. Sorry. It's just an awesome car. It's fun to drive. Plenty of power to get onto the entrance, you know, onto a freeway. The brakes, not the best, but not the worst. That can always be upgraded too. It is a full-wheel disc brake car. Heavier duty brakes than your regular Crown Vic. Plenty of acceleration, just touching the gas. Takes right off. Wanted another one of these for a long time. The one I had a few years ago had quite a bit more miles on it, but it never let me down. These are very reliable. Some of the transmissions go out. That's kind of like the common thing with these cars, but I've seen them go 200,000-300,000 miles without the transmission going. I think it just depends on, you know, which police department, you know, how they used it, you know, area of the country, hot, cold, etc. We actually got this car from Phoenix, Arizona. It was a dealership. Now when we got it, the transmission was bad, but they took care of me. They actually paid for most of the cost of the transmission, so definitely appreciate that, guys. You know who I'm talking about. On the freeway too, I'm not going to take this on the freeway today, but I've got to say on the freeway, it's almost like riding on a cloud. Like, yeah, sure, you've got your bad areas on the freeway where you feel it a little bit, but I've got a 2022 Camaro LT1 right now, and I got a video coming soon on that, but this ride's way nicer than that. And being these are the pretty Spartan, you know, police interceptor seats, they're not uncomfortable. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable. Just a cool car. It's funny to get people's reactions when they see this thing coming down the road. Now, some people know, you know, they'll see a civilian license plate on it and just know that you're not a police officer. But a lot of people still slow down just not knowing. Sorry about that, but I love these cars. Gonna have it anyway. Gas mileage, I'd say about, this one gets about 25, 26 on the freeway. If I keep it under about 70 mile an hour, around there. It does have the 355 gears, which keeps the RPM a little bit higher up there on the freeway. I'm sure the ones with the, you know, the lower gear ratios get a little bit better, but it's a nice mixture of handling and a nice ride, and for a bigger car it handles pretty well. I'll take this turn, a little bit of speed here, takes it pretty well. Got all these tires in the back, a little extra weight. This one did come with a really strong steel skid plate under the front. I'm sure that weighs a ton. Let's get this camera readjusted here. Oh, a lot of traffic Sunday morning, and I bet they're not all going to church. Jesus. I was going to go that way. I think I'm just going to go straight now, because I will never be able to do an acceleration pull. Going that way. Let's go ahead and see how she runs. Plenty of power. I'm pretty sure these are speed governed around, I think, 129 miles an hour, but the thing about these is they weren't that fast, but it's hard to get away from them because they've got heavy duty stuff. You know, you've got an engine oil cooler in it. These things can just run at high speed all day. This being a 2006, it was rated at 250 horsepower, which, yeah, it's not a whole lot, and it is a big car. That Marty tune's really supposed to bring these to life off the line, but I'd have to say mid-range and top speed, like right now, this thing runs pretty good. Feels pretty good. It's a nice place to be in this car. I like the interior. It's pretty basic, but I just something about these. I had that one years ago, and I just had to get another one. Got one with low miles. Want to hang on to this. Just did an oil change, just used 5W20 is the weight it takes. Mobile 1 is what I like to use. Just your basic maintenance, take care of them, you know. Do a radiator flush once every so often, you know, put new spark plugs in it, do a tune-up. Just basic maintenance, and as long as you don't hot dog the car all the time, this should last someone a very long time. Good. Puts a smile on your face. It runs good enough to make me smile, that's for sure. My dad had a couple of these. I believe he had a 98 and he had a 2006, but they were both open rear end, non-355 gear. That definitely helps with these. Reliability, they ride nice, plenty of power, good handling, pretty decent brakes. Outside of the gas mileage, I mean, which isn't terrible, this makes a great daily driver. It's definitely safe, you know, if you take your family out, you know, it kind of makes you feel good about that they're going to be safe if, God forbid, you know, an accident ever happens. There's enough space in the car for everybody to fit comfortably. Plenty of trunk space to store, you know, a decent amount of camping gear, you know. You're not going to be going all out with things like that, but if you wanted to take a trip, you know, across state, it's comfortable for long distances. A lot of pluses for this car. And the cool factor, definitely got the cool factor. Most guys that have seen this, they really like it, you know, get a kick out of me driving a police car every day. It's pretty neat. So yeah, share your thoughts with me, guys. What do you guys think about these cars? Quite a few Facebook forums for a P71. I think probably maybe more forums for this car than any car I've ever seen or owned. I think there's at least 20 or 30 of them out there, just big ones. And parts availability for this car. I didn't talk about that. They're all over the place. There's used police equipment out there, you know, if you wanted to get, you know, just whatever, some old police radios, if you wanted to put all that stuff in, you know, go to car shows and everything. Now this one here, being the patrol unit, it actually has Kevlar in the both front doors, I believe. I don't think the back doors have it. I could be mistaken. And it's got stab-proof protection in the front seats. You can't see it on the headliner here, but there was a partition in this car at one point. I wanted to thank all you guys for the subscribes too. I really never thought, I mean, and it's not a big number. I've almost got 160 now. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys. I have a good time doing this. It's fun. And I love hearing about you guys and the cars you have and the stories. It's just cool. Cool to meet good people with the same passion for cars. I'm not strictly imports, you know, or Chevy or Ford or Mopar. I kind of like them all. I do kind of lean towards Chevys a little bit. My dad worked at GM for 30 years, so he's had quite a few of those, as have I. But yeah, Ford built a good car here, and they built this platform for a long time, for good reason. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Maybe any modifications you'd like to see me do. Definitely probably going to do the Marty tune soon because I've heard nothing but good about it. What do you think of the P71 not being made anymore? 2011 was the last year, and in the later years you could get a flex fuel. I think some of them even ran on propane or something like that. But anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts, and until next time, thanks for watching.